Okay. I'm gonna go into this. I know the ad's still playing. Morning, one land. Hope you are well. I had a relaxing weekend overall, which is good. Hey, it's coding. How's it going? Hi, Sally. .NET Aspire. I would say there's not going to be as much .NET Aspire as there's more going to be playing around with Angular, but it is what I'm using to run this little application right this second. This is an experimentation app, um, just to prove the point. And also, this is something I want to be able to deploy to Kubernetes, so it's serving many purposes. Lovely magic numbers here. That's lifted straight out of an older version of the application. So why does that? Firstly, why does that do? Let's do. Let's comment that out. Fed rows greater than 0. Fed dot rows. What's this dot size? So we're always getting something. Nope. There you go. It still loads twice. That's really annoying. If I do if event, now we need that number. Event dot rows. If page. So what I'm trying to work on today is I have been I've been wanting to update my games library application for quite a while, but never really found the time for it. And what I've been doing this weekend is tinkering around with this. And this application is, given my lessons learned in Liquid Sky, and it being the last day of next week off work, I decided to play with this app on stream for once. Morning defaults. No, I don't think I would have the energy to do 24-hour stream of dev. I don't. Have I ever seen anyone do like 24-hour dev streams? I know I've seen people do 24-hour gaming streams, but I don't think I've seen anyone do actually manage a 24-hour dev stream. Really? Okay. The Coppinger did sleep, right? Yeah, that doesn't count. Oh, I mean, valiant effort doing 30 days, but yeah. Ozzy kind of stopped streaming. Oh, I gotcha. Fair enough. Yo-Yo did? Oh wow. Oh, streaming dev content. Gotcha. I did notice Yo-Yo. I've seen Yo-Yo pop up a few times and thought a lot of games, no dev. But okay. Huh. I mean, it depends on what you're streaming for, really, doesn't it? Like if you're trying to get viewership, dev streaming is yeah, because he lets the chaos. Yeah, the chaos takes hold a little bit more when you're streaming because you're balancing like engaging people and yeah, it's why I don't do a lot of chaotic things in my stuff because I don't want to do as much as I want to. I'd like to say I could entertain people. I don't entertain people. I stream to share the dev, so you find it as entertaining as you find it. Nope, that's a sales thing. What's the point in chaos in here? This is driving me nuts that I can't get this figured out. It's not. Why would it do that? Size is size. Size is 50. So anyway, um, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get a component working. I'm using PrimeNG. So I decided to use the same libraries I'm used to with my normal dev stuff, right? Um, you are kidding me. I only just start and you want to cry? No. Hello. Um, so no, well, not PHP. Um, um, so keep with Angular. I did try Blazor, but Blazor with Aspire is not fun. If I want to use it as part of Aspire, I'm not messing around with that. I'd rather make some progress on this. So the idea of this application is one that I can tinker with deploying to Kubernetes. That's actually what the actual original point was. No, I didn't get scared. Blazor is just horrible to work with us with Aspire. You can't use hot reload properly. You can't use .NET Watch properly. It's messy. So um, WASM is fine. So hot reload and watch worked fine with WASM using Aspire, with all Aspire running. Yeah, go check that. So anyway, it's an Aspire host, um, and it has two APIs right now. The idea is that I've got my games library API, and then I use IGDB to interact with the IGDB API behind the scenes. And then I've got an API gateway set up, which in the app host is set up this way. So it references games and IGDB API. So these two don't have public APIs available to them. They all get hidden behind the API gateway, and the API gateway is mapped this way. So anything to slash games will go to games. Anything to slash IGDB will go to slash IGDB. Right now, it'll strip IGDB off of these requests. Um, um, yeah. So that's that. So I'll route that way. So this is up and running, and it is working. Then I've got an Angular client that I've put in front. And what I'm trying to do is figure out how to do the lazy loading No tails. No. Um, to get the games list. What's the matter? What's the matter? What? Ow. That's my headphones. That's my headphones. You want a cookie? Joe's go bugger. Okay. So I moved my chair mat back so there's more carpet underneath my desk and the chair mat protects the wheels anyway. And now Loki likes to go under my desk. Whereas previously Taylor liked to go under my desk because the chair mat was cool. So now I've got a reverse of dogs. Okay. So I'm using the same components as I do in Liquid Sky here. Except this table is an infinite scroll, or trying to be an infinite scroll. Um, so I am trying to use this control. So drag this off over here, read it without flicking back and forth. No, Missy. Um, so regardless of how you're not making me very happy. Um, okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. So the way this is meant to work, so let me take their example. So they have them, right? So this is columns. This is games. Scrollable true, scroll height 400, rows, size, uh, lazy true, on lazy load, event, right? It's meant to show me games. Their templates are pretty much copy and pasted anyway. Well, written in, but I'll put that in anyway. Um, columns. Add an ID of scope tag. Right. So then that's a straight copy and paste of their stuff. The columns over here, by the way, are specified here. So let's take a look and make sure that I'm actually getting, well, I'm getting nothing there. If I load this one in, watch this. Now I get 2 calls. So now it hits it twice, which is stunning. So there is description and results. This game header is what results is containing, right? So game page results there. Results is the actual page. Nice. So if I want to use WASM, I can use that. Now that's running as a regular app under Aspire, or you have to run a .NET Watch separately on that one. Nice. So that's using hot reload, not watch. Gotcha. So if I run this way, yeah, it ran the first one. The second one's now 50. Network. That only happens. Oh, this is frustrating. I'm missing something. Maybe they've made some improvements. I know it wasn't working. It was mess. Okay. No. Okay. So if I remove this one, nothing happens. If I put that one in, it happens twice, and it actually hits this twice, but once with zeros and once with. This is frustrating. I don't like getting stuck on these sorts of things because it's just what am I missing is not a fun game to play. And there's 1,700 items here. There's no way I'm doing it full load. Column groups. I'm trying to do virtual. Lazy scroll. Virtual scroller is performance. Okay. So P table. Okay, let's take off lazy. Scrollable, scroll height, virtual scroll. We don't need lazy. Let's do it this way. This is still virtual scroll. All right. Let's remove all button. Let's take. Scope equals call. Still there. So what's the time for the life of thing? Virtual cars array from them. Right, but we gotta. That doesn't change anything. That's not. Hold on. I got an idea. Hello world. Let's see it. Oh, that's infuriating. That's infuriating. Why does that happen? Really? That because that's not annoying at all. Flex with full. So hold on. Hey, nah. Okay. App component. Well, I know it's wider than that because this was right. Let's do. You just if anyone has any ideas here. Lauren Ipsum. Okay. So if I break the content out, I'm good. So what do I need to learn here now? That's horrendous. That's got to change, but that's fine. Don't worry about that afterwards. That's not virtual scrolling, but whatever. Oh, because that needs to go back to the lazy version. All right. Nice. Well, that's still not using it. I appreciate understanding that it has been adjusted though, so that's that is good to know. And for, for Blazor development, it is good to know that it actually does. It is fixed. Oh, this is just the template for loading. So this piece here, I'm not missing anything with this piece necessarily because I'm just this is just as I scroll, it should show the loading pieces. That's what that's meant to do. I like it's going like what? It's not reloading. It's not doing anything. It's just loaded 50 items. It's not doing any salting on the game. So what I'm trying to figure out, well, two things. Let's get the loading working. Now we've got all the garbage here. We know they can see actual content. That's one thing. Why this it's just not a very good controller. This is also just virtual scroller is a performance approach to handling huge data efficiently. Setting virtual scroll property is true and providing a virtual scroll item size. This isn't this isn't one of these. No, 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 that's not a string. No, it's just not reloading. It's hitting once and then getting it twice. This is just weird behavior. That is correct. There's something I'm doing wrong. I'm certain of this. Because if we do that, right, we get no content. Their example, which we'll drag here. This is where I prefer developers to use like public APIs with known data quantities. I realize that there's a challenge there and that you've got to be careful that you don't DDoS an API of some form, but app. So yeah, important guy. Yeah, behind me. But when they do dummy data, right? Well, they do inject car service here, actually. Oh, car service is a random list of vehicles that they've auto generated. So yeah, they don't actually use. Yeah. Okay, so this works for them. And when you scroll down, you get that. Okay, so what am I missing here? Imports module, lazy load event. So I'm using table lazy load event, but I don't think that matters. We'll change that just to make sure that's consistent. It suggested table load event, table lazy load event, not me. Simulate remote connection with a timeout. Importing your game library from Steam. Nope, nope. This is my own physical games collection. I have a quite large game collection, physical. And what I'm doing is I often build apps to test this. Because now I've got the data set, I use apps to just learn new things and tinker with things. So, yeah, that's what this is. So, apart from this part, I'm going to mess this up, but I need it to load in the first place, right? So what am I missing? I mean, I've pretty much got the entire thing. Oh, that's Aspire. Right. Because my stuff is pretty much at this point. Right. So they have low cars crazy. Right. Which is an event which takes lazy load event. So on lazy load. Hey, Rumbling Geek. Good afternoon. Now this is complaining it's not assignable to lazy load event. So table lazy load event. I know this is the same, so this is games. Scope equals call. Right. So that's what that's just done is change that out for a table lazy load event. So it doesn't like being lazy load event. Right. You can see here, I'm not even making an API call. And all I did is change three things there. This, and this. Now calls here, field header, field header. They have column, but column here is defined in this place. This is just so they can tidy this up, right? And calls is an array of columns. So I'm not doing very much differently there. Now they do set the initial cars. So they do the initial load, right? So we have the initial load, but now we don't hit anymore. We just get 50. Oh, hold on. There's a key difference there, isn't there? Event.force update. Joy. Cannot invoke an object which is possibly undefined. Oh, because hold on. Because this is asynchronous, isn't it? That's why. That's why it's failing. This is finished, and this fires. So it's great that I'm changing the games. However, oh no, but it doesn't even fire. It doesn't even fire the event. Like, if we put that there, the first annoying thing is that it fires with 0, 0, then it comes back with 0, 50, but it only after this one's done, right? So there's data there, it fires again, but then it never comes back in here. Right? So it comes in 0, 0, and then 0, 50. Hello, dog. So I can't take their example because their examples. Well, hold on, isn't that going to be the same problem? Because the set timeout is going to fire after a while. This method doesn't block on this. It's the exact same problem. Cannot invoke an object which is possibly undefined. So is that going to error? Yeah. So how does theirs work? Uh, prime ng 17.18.9. Yep, it's up to date. If I put that there, it still complains. I'm open to anyone's ideas. If you see something I'm doing wrong here, I'm happy to accept. Theirs clearly compiles, but mine doesn't compile when this is done. So either I'm missing. So again, I can make this that. Right? That doesn't change that. But it does complain here now. Because that is not assignable. But they clearly do the same thing. So either there's some setting they've got. Allow common JS dependencies. I don't get it. I'm not missing any oh, that opened in there, nice. Okay, I may blind everyone here because Prime has a habit of going back to light mode. Yeah, there you go. So again, I'm trying to use their data grid or their data table. I'm trying to use it in virtual scroll mode, or specifically lazy. I'm not missing anything. Basic import. So you need a table module, right, which will be there because I can't get to this without the table module. So in the games module here, you'll see table module, skeleton module. Don't need scroll module. Cannot invoke an object that is possibly undefined. So if event is undefined, if not event, cannot invoke an object which is possibly undefined, is clearly not. That doesn't solve my problem, right? Now, table lazy load event is not assignable to parameter of type lazy load event. So how is theirs working? Because they clearly have lazy load event there, and they clearly do on lazy load there. They're importing every single module possible here. I'm not going to do that. And there's no extra documentation I'm not reading. I'm hoping I'm going to kick myself when I see the problem here. So far, I'm not hopeful of this. Toggle full code. Full code. There's the data. There's TypeScript. So they're using a standalone component. I'm not. I'm using a regular component. This doesn't matter because it's not even getting in there. So I can just ignore that. It just doesn't like that event being that way, does it? On lazy load. It wants that to be that. Now, same problem again. This. So force update is a function or undefined. So is it that part? Ugh. So do I have to do, hold on. So do I do that for that properly? Yeah, so no, I have to say that that's available. By the way, it's not doing me very much, right? Because it's not actually calling that. Um, so again, we're not getting to the scroll. So why do you not actually scroll? Oh, hold on. Rows. That might be why. No, no. I thought that maybe it was waiting for. I don't get it. I don't understand why. Like when remove rows to display per page. So size I've set, right? Let's change that. Let's do this. Let's change that to 50. It's just not loading. It's not triggering that scroll. Their initial load. So keep looking at it like I'm going to all of a sudden. Hold on though. Hold on. What is virtual cars? Value is virtual cars, not cars. So, ugh. So they have. So they do this dot virtual games equals array dot from length 200. And then they set the, this is virtual games. And then they set virtual, they don't set actual. So I assumed that was to do with the way of doing the game start results. Okay, so you don't like that. So let's make that this dot game, this dot virtual games dot splice page size. Oh, that's loaded now. How many does that load? 200. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. That equals array dot games dot total. Let's try that. So you've got to know, or you've got to allow for more than you actually have. I mean, it's not a problem because I do return the total number of games with every single one, right? So that's working, right? I don't like the 0, 0. The two loads at the first time upset me. That's going in size in pages of 50. Just skip if you force it down there. That's some janky loading, baby, though. I wonder if I put it into a data store, into a signal store, and kind of disconnected the actual UI. Hey, Tick Tick, how you doing? How's things? It is loading now. Let's figure out this part. So now, does it still load? Well, we're gonna. I'm tinkering with some game library learning today. So I've got this application built out. Um, and I have two APIs, right? So I have a .NET Aspire host. I'm tinkering with this, and I've got an Angular application right now running outside of that. Um, Running two APIs and using the gateway, the YARP gateway configuration in here. And what I'm tinkering with is trying to get my games library showing. I often, when I'm tinkering with different things, I often use the game library as a a resource because it's an established data set that I understand and it's big enough. Let's see if we can. I don't think it's going to work, but let's see if we can get. Yeah, platform description doesn't come in. It doesn't work on the nested object. Uh, data. Data. JSON.stringify. Platform. Yeah, it doesn't resolve. that as a the new Mr. Jones. How you doing? Um, like I hope I kind of hope they would do that, but how do you access a JSON object variable array? Not bad, not bad. You're frustrated with this. So that's a good point. It's actually JSON data. So how does it work with an array? 'Cause it clearly gets the name correct, but it just can't get the nested. Like it's not that, right? No. If I do that, yeah, object, object. So I can't do that, can I? Surely. Nope. Like clearly knows it's an object. How do I do that? An ad is going to start in about 40 seconds, by the way. I do apologize if you get stuck behind ads, but it does allow people to come in the stream and not get pre-rolls. So I do appreciate people watching them. JSON. Is this object access nested property? Is that right? So I would have to access this to do that properly. Then I would actually have to access the raw data call field. Like this isn't a bad idea because it means I don't have to mess around with the client side, but well, I don't have to mess around with the HTML too much. I can just output the columns I want. Yeah. What if I change this a little bit? I don't make this. This is class column. Public header. Public get. field. No, public. Do it that way and resolve the data. That can't be that. Yeah, it can't be that abstract. It's probably best as an interface then, isn't it? Because then that's that. That's that. Field. I suppose it does know it's that, isn't it? Actually, that does work out pretty well. If that's possible. Field. Because then this would just be row data dot field. Oh, oh, now I gone done broke it again. Console. Field is not a function. Field is not a function. Well, actually, no. Call dot field row data. There you go. That's better. Don't like that scrolling mechanism. That is odd. Okay, so this is in platform order. Yeah. It looks horrendous. That's better. Uh, then we should just be able to add header, publisher, field data. I don't remember that was normal. There you go. Hey, Canny, how you doing? Okay, so now, why does that break? Why does everything disappear? I'm pretty sure container and block are the same thing. Yeah. Fine would be the wrong word to find out the schema of Kafka messages from data I see because no one made a proper documentation. Data. Oh, nice, nice. Inferring schema from the events. Cool, cool. I'm good. I'm good. I mean, um, I got the day off work. I'm gonna stream for a little bit. I'm in my normal schedule, and try and get some. I'm gonna try and clean up a little bit and get my game consoles working. Uh, Configured, set up, or at least one of them, so I can play more regularly. I want to do some Gran Turismo this week. Why does this not work? Why do I not see the content unless I break out the content? What am I missing in the HTML stuff that is going to cause me this? App component, autoflex, div class, PT12, MX4, large, PT8. Like everything's correctly laid out. I don't understand. It's like the content's not breaking unless it's got uh oh okay. What am I missing here? Is it a height thing? No, because the height max. But that won't break unless there's content after it. Scroll height 400. Height of the scroll viewport, fixed pixels or the flex keyword for dynamic size. But if I put content here, why? Why? It's like this content isn't being pulled out, right? I feel like I'm going to learn a lesson in HTML that I don't, or HTML and CSS I don't want to learn. What am I missing there, though? So I'd like to learn the lesson here, right? This is what I want to do. It's frustrating me, just to be clear. Front end is never my strong suit anyway, and it is frustrating me. However, I'd like to learn why that is happening rather than just try and hack at it. Because I'm not going to get any better if I don't learn here. So Oh, we can see, watch. Content here, content here, content here. Now it'll be wider. So it's taking this as its width. Looks like inline block or flow. But I don't understand. Container. There we go. Flex on the parent. That's the problem. There we go. Thank you, Kenny. It was that, which is fine. I don't know why I want flex on that. I was playing around. I was getting focused on this the other day, right? I got annoyingly distracted with doing that. See that I could get the contents still sit under here, rather than actually getting on with what I was trying to do, which was to build this small app. Yeah. Okay, so they need to be controlled more. So let's with string width 30%. With 10%. I think I've been here before. And then this is going to be ng style. No display block would be enough when you don't have channels. Okay. Yeah, it's just getting my head around the styling when all I'm focused on is the data that I just never do. So I just hack it in and do what I need to do. Best viewers on. I'm going to deny that. So just to review, the problem was that I was using my games collection here, but my games collection doesn't actually need to be there. I'm using the virtual games here. Even though I do set games, I don't need that necessarily. Hold on, why do they do that? Now I'm stuck again. Now I'm curious as to what they actually do with the original collection. So they they have cars, and cars is the full list. Oh, then the loaded cars is they slice from that list. They only use it. They don't use. Right. Okay. Okay. I get it now. I get it. I don't need. I don't need that at all. Oh, but it would be useful. Let's save data. We don't need that at all. So they use the one array as they seed it with all 10,000 and then they slice from it, which is why they get smooth scrolling as well. I'm actually getting the loading. So I probably need to do a little bit more refinement here. So what I'm doing here is I'm saying go to the game's endpoint with 0, 0, which means I'll return no data, but it will tell me how many games are totally there. It's kind of a hack, I suppose. Um, but that will now give me the total. It'll set the virtual game's length to the actual size of the games. And then when I get future results back, yeah. So now I'm not. Yeah, so let's see what that looks like now. So we still have games. I, ugh, why does their control look so much cleaner? Like that. Hold on, I copied the style. How does theirs look so much better? Rows, size. I've got a feeling that their design library's in play. They have close that one. I bet Prime Flex styles. Where are you? No. Yes, config. Angular JSON. Oh no, they don't. Prime icons, but they don't use Prime Flex. But did I include? Not that. TS config. What was that? Angular JSON, that's one. I don't get why there's so many different, like, yeah, there you go. That's why. He says with confidence. Nope, that's not it. Well, that didn't take hold then, did it either? Did I put that in the right place? I don't see styles anywhere else. That's test. I mean, it's good practice to have it there, I suppose, because if you're looking for the way something looks, if you're doing screenshot comparisons, you wanna want that. That's not taking hold. So Prime Flex is their layout, but I don't see anything including Prime Flex. Oh, there we go. Prime Flex. Is that the key? Oh, npm install Prime Flex. Ooh, that broke everything. That broke everything. Is that broken because I don't have that still? Or well, that ain't good, is it? So I'm not too worried about prime icons. I'll use when I get to icons, I'll worry about icons then. But um, prime flex completely overriding everything else is a no. So what does that actually mean? Ah, so there is the yeah, but I don't want to use prime flex. Wow, another cheap viewers. This one Saribot got. Oh no, it was auto modded by Twitch. Auto banned. Twitch is up their uh their aggression on the whole um not aggression. I don't mean aggression, do I? They're catching the cheap viewers linked quicker. Sorry, my brain wandered then. So Prime NG, resources. That's a lot of files. Resources, themes, Lara, Dark, Indigo. I don't think that makes actually any difference to what I'm doing though. Right. This is a theme that I borrowed, right? Um, then I added on this. So all this is Tailwind, right? So there's just a bunch of Tailwind in here. Looks like Prime Flex messes with Tailwind though. And their tooling is not expecting me to use Tailwind as well. Because, why would you use another library? So that's what's causing that. I'm sure I can live with that looking like that. Um, was that the one I could set to flex? That doesn't work very well, does it? Let's try that one. Ah, no. Scroll height. Or the flex keyword for dynamic size. That's because that now needs that. If I'm using the, why can't I use flex there? Because there's nothing telling it how to. There's nothing telling it to fill out that content, right? So if I do container height max there, and then do flex. Does that fit? No. So the containing element. Well, this IntelliSense has got something. JetBrains definitely introduced some quirkiness in his last release. If I do 400 picks now, 400 picks. Right. Why don't you show? Container. There we go. What if I do that? It collapses on itself. I mean, I'm messing around with something I don't need to mess around with right this second. But always worth getting your head around something, right? Either way, it looks horrendous. But let's add another page in there. Views, components list, views, new Angular schematic. Um, detail, git tests. So here, so when you get a game back, it comes with a URL. Right. I'm gonna use that because I'm gonna use it locally though, because this is /games. I'm gonna use it to get the answer challenge. Because this is dynamic, there's no oh dog. There's no navigation. I have to write out everything properly. Lose all that hard work that I did. MNG. So if I start using these, the reason I started using these controls, by the way, was because obviously with using Liquid Sky, of the column grouping, all these things, I could probably group these by platform, by publisher, etc., and really have some like get some power from these controls. Um, Amazon. I've had several. Hey, Hexic, how you doing? Several Amazon orders recently where I've ordered something. It said it'll be here tomorrow, and then it's like, nah, it'll be here when we get it there. And if you don't get it by then, just just let us know. We'll refund you. Okay, so filtering. Yeah, this now means this. Yeah, I'm already at the point where this columns idea is useless. This cleans that up. It gets rid of that. This is all broken now. Okay, so we do th uh, title. Let's build it back gradually. Um, Game. Don't need columns. TD. I'll just constant everything use the hard coded style. TD game dot description. Should at least put us back. Columns doesn't exist. Oh yeah, because we don't have we didn't get the skeleton loaded anyway, so that's fine. ID equals game title. List component. Oh yeah, don't need that. Title. Okay, I'm loading. Okay. TH ID equals game platform. We'll worry about width and stuff afterwards. It's like, you know what I want to do? Nope. I've been researching my move to Berlin and got onto the cost of living. Google said it was very high. Nice. You live in the UK right now, right? The publisher. So part of the reason I'm doing this, by the way, is because I want to actually enrich the data I have. I want to provide the ability to look up things like the genre. Um, do that. Um, you got upgrade activity. Oh, that's quite interesting. So that's probably because it's erroring. Yep. It's great because Germans are very to the point and concise with their requests or answers for the most part, which is great for my okay. Defaults. Dude, don't bring it there. What? Then give defaults a history lesson. Again, check where I live. There are very little Germans left. Oh, they all prefer the hot weather and go to Mallorca. This scrolling is driving me like it's not very smooth scroll, is it? It is quite a horrendous virtual scroll. Now, is that because my implementation is poor, or is that because their control looks really nice? My control looks like trash. Global filter fields. Let's try that. Okay, so they give the table an identifier. Uh, Games table. This is going to be called games now. That should rename in the background as well. Nice. That's what I meant to do. AG grid. AG grid community. Hmm. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. So I'm moving to Berlin like 3 years ago. So I want to speak German. You have to actually taught someone if you needed something. But I speak much better Polish. So now I have to learn German as well. All the people I shared an apartment with a Polish guy um years ago, and everyone I've met from Europe is well, especially when it's like Poland, Germany, Russia. The language skills seem to transfer very quickly and pick up the other languages much easier than. I was always amazed at how capable he was, just like flicking between languages. It baffled me. Okay, I don't know whether this is just my. Uh, I don't want to pull yet another control in, but in the same, how much different is it? It's really not that difficult, is it? Let's give it a try, deflux. Um, Yeah, I'm not very good with language. Oh no 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 no. Import the React grid. No, I want React table and React data grid. No, I'm not using React. My brain thinks in the least resistance way when the English is short to I think meanwhile in English, then in German. Huh. Why why is this called AG grid and it is a React component? I know it's got I realize it's an Angular version, but it's like why is the default React on a tool on a grid called AG grid? My brain said it should be Angular first. Install AG grid Angular. German tends to be a long, expressive language. I like learning the Germans have words for things that just don't exist in English and stuff. I love those things where what's one what's the one the other day? Oh, a sad feeling when you've eaten overeaten or something, or when you overeat because you're sad or something, there's a word. And in English it's just like there's no word. It's kind of fascinating to hear them. Okay, so with that installed, then we need the grid component. So now let's throw out that. Let's do AG grid Angular. That should import the component. The problem here is though, row data equals games. This isn't going to work. How much back is when you eat because you are sad or something. That's what I don't know. Yeah, it's an awesome name. Like, oh, no, go import. Nice. So, if you're new to this stream, you do like .NET. I mean, I'm working with Angular, but if you like .NET content and you are interested in application development, um, there is one line who streams Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Um, highly recommend his streams. They are always a great place to be. Works in Blazor, so different UI technologies. Um, but variety is the spice of life, as is said. Um, I don't think this is going to work any better than the other one. I think I'm going to spend more time trying to figure out how to use another control. But this is always the challenge, right? This is always, how far do you go down a rabbit hole? Um, and oftentimes, if you're building applications, you don't want to build this stuff yourself. Um, infinite row model. Wow, putting putting features behind. Nice. To turn on infinite scrolling, you must set the grid property, role model type equals infinite. Oh, on grid options. Okay. Set grid option, the grid will. So I've missed a point, right? I've missed a piece somewhere along the line where setting grid options, guides, building and tooling, theming, design layout, spark. Well, hold on. Let's go back. So we can include this. We need. Let's install these. Let's install. Let's add these in here. Could be bad, but uh, import node. Oh, that's weird. So they're not in there at all. So install AG Grid Angular. Right, that's all I did. Then we import it. I'm not using a standalone component, so I can add the module. That's fine. That worked. Rows and columns are set as AG Grid Angular component attributes. That's fine. Styling the grid. This doesn't exist. So am I missing a default? Am I missing something else? Or did I just screw up that? Expected token. Because that's not how imports work, is it? Import the required dependency into your style CSS file. Right, because that's how an import works. That's how an import works. But this doesn't exist. So, okay. Well, I'm not messing around with that. So I'm stuck with terrible grid with terrible scrolling. Some awful looking awful looking components, or trying to go off and learn how to solve. Is that poor documentation, or is that me being not knowing how import works properly? Okay. Even now, blame the dots. Well, don't. There's a reason I have um, this emote, right? Because I am terrible at doing that. Um, that looks awful. So the purpose of this application is I have a games collection, right? These are actually my games, right? That I have physical copies for, right? Um, and what I want to be able to do is, so I've been inspired a little bit by um, Stoic Light to do a little bit more with the actual games collection itself. Tracking, I finished this? You know, when did I last play it? Doing some actual stuff on it so I can kind of keep an eye on these things. Um, did I complete it as well? But also, I want to hook into things like IGDB and be able to pull artwork or more information like categories. When I look up a game, when I add a game, be able to say, oh, it's this type of game, etc. So I can organize the games by genre and do a little bit more. Because right now, all the data I have is title, platform, publisher, essentially. Pricing information, again, separately. So the actual value, etc., is something I want to get a handle on. But this is just not working very well, is it at all? So the goal would be, okay, well, I've got a game, click on the game, see information about the game, how many copies of the game I own, what's the current pricing looking like, what genre is it, do all sorts of stuff there. Um, hello, dogs. Okay. That's that's bugging me in the worst possible way. It's not styled correctly. It's not. It doesn't look, which is annoying because I've obviously got this working in Liquid Sky. Um, Saren, no, I did not. Thank you very much for that suggestion, though. That is a good suggestion. But I'm still now I've seen how they do virtual scroll. I'm still not entirely keen on using the control set. I do have this styling working in Liquid Sky. Let's do open. Um, recent projects, client app, new window. There we go. No, because that's this is how we do it. No, it's not how we do it. So in this one, hey Delta, how you doing? That's because this all in CSS. But that's I don't need them then. Well, I do need that. That's the question. Do I need ah, I don't- in Liquid Sky I have themes available. So I'm doing it that way in Liquid Sky. So I'm not expecting it to be yeah. Import. Oh, it's already looking healthier, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't look good. It's hopping around like mad, but it already changed that style quite substantially. It's not scrolling up past the text now. That pop-in's driving me crazy though. But it looks already looks significantly better. So I think it's this is when My bet is that it's this that's causing the issues. It's how I'm actually splicing the data. And I think this will break it. No, that doesn't break anything. So we don't need force update because it's quite happily scrolling. That's good to know. But I think it's the splice. It's probably this causing the hop around. And that's index, not. I can also give. So also don't forget if you do so. Not app development related, but Canny Dev is also a great streamer. Um, does game development with Godot in C# and in GD script because life isn't difficult enough. It's hard enough for me dropping between TypeScript and C#. I don't know if that's working any better. Let's try and get that in place. Um, so the idea there is this is meant to take the current set of games and then piece in the current selection of games into that gap, right? Well, the important question I'm asking right now is what do I want for breakfast? Bagels. No, we'll go for omelette over bagels. Thank you for the bits, Stevens. uh, Deflux desire to be administrative may transcend Statalix's stream, but ability to administer is not granted. Okay. Uh, So what you meant to be able to do, I'm like, I'm tired. I'm torn on whether I spend time messing around trying to uh, clean this up or I add more features. And I'm thinking cleaning up is probably more practical at this point. Um, um, so clearly this was necessary. So this separates out prime NG from tailwind. I've got to get my head around how layers work properly. Again, if I'm going to do this more, understanding this is going to be necessary. I'm not trying to make it look like Liquid Sky, by the way. This is purely because Prime NG's default theming is very close, and it's kind of nice. Of course, you can believe that. You can absolutely believe that. Um, let's do this with style equals with 50%. That should give us at least a bit more consistency there on that movement. Yes, it does. Style equals width. We'll just do it 25% for right this second. There you go. It keeps that tighter. Looks a bit better. I don't like the fact that the color's offset, but I don't know if that comes across on the stream very clearly. Looks like it should do. Um, if you are new to the stream, you are more than welcome to ask questions. This is not the normal content. This is a day off. Tinkering with side project, side project. I guess some sausage, bean, and cheese slices. Greg's out of bagels. We have a really great bagel place near us. They offer all sorts of flavors, and their bagels are super big and lovely and fresh. I miss Greg's. Next time I come back to the UK, I'll just be like, they'll be like reason for coming here today, like Greg's. Um, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for procrastinate while I'm thinking about what I'm trying to do. Um, what do they call it? Skeleton mode. Uh, scroll, virtual lazy. I can imagine. I wonder what Americans would do if we just threw a couple of Gregs around the place. Yeah, Americans don't like a lot of that style food. Um doesn't carry you. Okay, so we have this. So what this is, I'm going to remove that. Black even. Oh, just randomly making that. Okay, so that doesn't matter. So we just need that. Then we need TD, P, skeleton, style equals with 50%. Why don't you like that? What are we doing? Oh, they don't have a style component. So we should be able to do that, that, 25, 25. Unexpected token with 50%. The US terrifies me because of how much their foodstuffs are banned across the whole of Europe and parts of Asia. And the FDA's dreadful administration. Uh, I'm not sure defaults would be better at deciding what we can eat. Yeah, that's probably healthier. No? Actually, hold on. Does that work any better? Just put the skeleton in there. Unexpected token. So what that's meant to do is show like the loading bars. Insomnia cookies. I don't think this is. No, that's not. That's hopping around, isn't it? Like a scroll and it just cuts. We have crumble cookies here. I can say, luckily, are they all on the I-95 corridor there? They are, aren't they? Yeah, it's straight down 95. Yeah, luckily I'm over 50 miles away. Morning trap, by the way. Sadly, they don't deliver to me. I mean, it's not like the British don't do extremely unhealthy food as well. There's some good looking cookies. Yeah, we have crumble cookies near us, which is not quite the same, but similar. Okay. Well, this isn't going anywhere. This is so the goal of this is basically I will be able to click on a game, see see that statistics, the statistics of the game, like how many copies of it I own, the price I paid for it, the price is currently estimated to be worth based upon some questionable uh, data these days. And then I want to do things like I said, um, stoic light. Let me make sure I'm spelling that right. Yes, I have. Stoic has been building his own game tracking library, but he has things like his completion rate on games and um, other things that I don't do. But I also want to pull in things like IGDB, so I can pull in cover art and I can pull in genres and more information about the games. I mean, my ultimate version of this is one where I can scan a barcode, bring up a game, um, play the game, track that I've played it, keep notes on it, and kind of get an idea of how many more games I have to go. I'm in Ohio, so there really isn't any good choices. If we stayed late at work, we could order food. There would be two of us often in the office, and one would order pizza and one would order cookies. Good way around it. Yeah, so you get spoiled for food choices. Yeah. Yeah, so what I want to do is be able to like drill down into this, like click down and get the detail of the game. And because the current version I've had of this for the last couple of years, it's tracking the game as well, but it's like and the pricing. So I've got a link to price charting data um, and all the history for the last 2 or 3 years. Like clockwork on a public holiday at 6 a.m., our main API server crashed today. Someone rebooted it at 8 a.m. Is that your problem? Do you have to deal with that one? Okay, so I've got some weird popping, and I feel that is me doing the wrong thing here. I think this is wrong. Nope. I mentioned at 6 a.m. 6 cannot be good. And I click the view details link on Slack. Oh well, it's not your problem. Um, Hey, Bionic, welcome in. How you doing? Bionic has been doing some good. Oh, nice. It's Labor Day. No wonder no one is logged into work. Yes, you get a day off. Nice. We've been building Bionic. Also playing Zelda. Am I following? No. Godot is fun. I would play more with Godot, but again, Liquid Sky has been something I've wanted to get heads down on for the last several months. So it's but I was enjoying playing with Godot. When it's petit token colon at column 6, line 32. Oh, because I'm doing that. That. Oh, there you go. That's what it's going to do. That was healthier. It still doesn't look good, but it's not hopping around as much, is it now, though? Yep, no worries, deflux. Okay. So important things. Okay. So I'm going to say that's working better. It's not working well, but it's working better. Let's get some navigation on that. So one of my goals over the next couple of months is to actually do more gaming streams on the other channel. As much as I want to get Liquid Sky worked on, I think spending a little bit of time not doing programming is going to be healthier. Being able to play through some of these games is something I really want to do. However, I do want to start with racing games. I want to play Gran Turismo. I've got an itch to play that. So I was meant to get a racing seat this weekend so I could actually set it up and play it. And Amazon delayed it until maybe tomorrow. They don't know yet. They don't know if they don't know if they can actually ship it to me now, which is typical. Because I was hoping to get that set up. I was more of a Burnout racing than Gran Turismo. I can see that. I love playing Burnout 3. I remember going to my friend's house and just spending it all afternoon just sitting playing Burnout. It was just so much fun. But when we were kids, me and my brother, well, my brother got Gran Turismo, and I went out and bought the first DualShock for the PlayStation, and we'd play a lot of Gran Turismo. He was so good; he understood it so deeply that he would often we'd do like a 5 lap race, and one of those laps he'd do in reverse. So he'd meet me halfway, and then so he'd get almost a lap ahead of me every time, and he'd then come back and meet me halfway, then turn around and still win the race. He was very good at the game, but a show off and infuriating. But I've been wanting to get into Gran Turismo again, and yeah, so I'm been finding some. This is actually a really good YouTube community. That doesn't sound annoying at all, especially for me. I am not a person you want to toy with like that because it's not something I do well with. Um, global filter fields. Let's see if we can do this. Global filter fields. So we have title. Which is why he found it fun for him. Exactly. Okay, so that's not just, it's not just turn that on. Paginate, we're not doing pagination. That might actually mess it up. Basic filtering. Advanced. Yeah, this might not go where I want it to go. P column filter. um, yeah. Okay. Logged out of work. I have to find some tickets to fix some botched toast upgrades. Now tend to my pants, but still early, 80 degrees outside. Uh, I'm I'm back in Texas, in Dallas area, in the end of September, and I'm hoping it's colder. I'm hoping it's cooler than it was 2 weeks ago. Because that, a week and a half ago, that was not fun. I'm there for longer this time as well. Okay, so we do including sound effects. That's not clever. No, wrong one. I just messed up the wrong one. Probably will be. We have a front coming here this week. It won't even hit 90 probably. Nice. Field title. Morning, Mr. Horn. How you doing? Well, that's not very helpful, is it? Header. So I don't think I want to do search in this way. I think I want that one. I don't want, yeah. I think it's a whole more advanced scenario for that. Looking for a long reach monitor arm, I'm finding that 26 inches is long reach, normal reach is 24, so I'm annoyed. Huh. Mine are probably 24 because of the two 12-inch lengths, I suppose. Okay, T-Flux, thank you for the thank you for the okay there. I shall resume. Um that's interesting. What does is filter global code? It's not code, it is actually trying to filter it. That's not gonna work though. How do you combine the two? So I can put this in, right? Import button. Yeah. And that's games table there. Create method clear. That's that. It's not going to work that way, but never mind. input text, import, games table. Search. ng model can't buy is not provided by any applicable directives. Interesting. Objects is possibly no. Probably value does not exist an event target type. Filter games table. Interesting. It's back to what it was. That was the initial problem. But that doesn't need to be that. That needs to be that. And that needs to be Bob. No. Is that it? Oh, no, there you go. It's just taking its sweet time. Search. Yeah, that's not working too well, is it? Interesting that it's completely misstyled. Huh. It's fine. Okay. Sweet. I think I found the extension arm is another 55. That's an ouch. I've been tempted because I've not been using my gaming PC much. Well, actually, maybe this monitor, maybe swapping this monitor out, but using this one for racing rather than actually trying to set up a TV or anything. Well, that would mean I need a stand if I get a seat. So I need to look into a stand. It's either that or mount it to the wall. Yeah. What are we doing? To the wall. I got a new 4K 32-inch screen, but I don't want to get rid of my 4K 55-inch. Just way too good for development, so I want to swing my new 4K over when I play games. Gotcha. 4K screens for gaming. I, you know, I've got. I mean, I suppose it's okay because I've got mostly retro games, but I do not own a 4K TV yet. I have a Samsung 55-inch TV in the living room that I bought now 11 years ago, and that thing just keeps on working. And my wife would not let me buy a new TV unless that one goes. So some days oh no, I was dusting behind and it's fallen over. Um, but yeah, okay, let's not worry about this. Let's go into a detail page. So detail works. So we need to be able to click on the title. So question, role select, click and navigate, or hyperlink navigate? Let's turn on role select. Uh, role selection single. What does meta key do? Okay. Selection mode single. Let's see. So do we do it this way? Then click. What do we do? Uh, I never. Always feels weird when you go between the different methods of navigating in Angular. I suppose it's not. That's not unique. Private navigation. Navigator. I think it is. I think it is. Debugger. Uh-oh. Navigator, navigator. Yeah. Is it router? Well, that's not a good start. Um, selection, selected product, events, on row select, swipe, on row select. I mean, that'll work in theory. I think that's wrong though. Same arm, different pole length, $100 difference in price. I think I can do with. Just build your own, it'll be fine. Get a base, get some tubing, and build your own. Eh, okay. Okay. I think I do that anyway, so I'm good. Okay. um, okie dokie. On roll select. Product selected. On roll select. Okay. No, I don't want the stat blitz. I just need to. I just need to see the code. This message said, right. So it does table style, mid width, data key, selection mode. So in theory, that works. Okay. However, 250. Now what I want, I needed to extend and reduce arm. Fair enough. Yeah, reliable equipment, stuff you trust, especially when it comes to arms and stuff. Is I had a cheap arm that just didn't. It felt very flimsy. These ones are pretty good. Definitely worth spending the money on. But anyway, I'm gonna finish up here. Uh, oh, birthday stream. We're gonna go say happy birthday to someone. Um, Manatonics has been developing a game. He likes the game Temtem. He's building his first game, doing that. It looks like his birthday. I thought he was just putting birthday stream in the title, but we're going to go right over there. I'm going to go have breakfast. Thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you for hanging out. Sorry it didn't really get as productive as I wanted to do. I wanted to make more progress, but yeah. Thank you very much for the look. I appreciate it. The viewer numbers have been generally really good the last couple of weeks. Which has been nice. And I hope that people are enjoying hanging out. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you again soon. I have an ending screen now. Take care.